Hello everyone, welcome back, welcome all. This is Aluminum Tarot. Thanks so much for joining as always. And if you like what you see here on this channel, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding that notification bell. And don't forget to comment below how this reading resonates with you. And if you would like also a personal reading with me, one that is in tune with your specific energies and not the energies of the collective, please be sure to reach out to me at the information provided in the description box below. That said, we're going to go ahead and move on to the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We will then talk again also about some of the astrological transits that are taking place within our particular time as it is today, because there are some quite profound transits going on at the moment, some that we'll need to pay attention to over the next few months. And so what we have first off with these transits, I'll just go over the big ones. The first is the solar eclipse in Libra that's taking place on the 2nd of October, which is coming up next, right up next week. It's going to be pretty powerful stuff because it affects relationships as well as, balancing out and harmonizing, giving equilibrium to things within your life. So see where Libra resonates in your chart or where it's placed, and you'll be able to see exactly what it relates to. We also still have Pluto in Capricorn. It was in retrograde for quite a bit of time. It was in Aquarius. It went back retrograde into Capricorn. Now it's stationary and moving back direct on October 12th. So what that's going to do, it's going to encompass quite a bit of energy about, say for example, you look at the political and the economic climate these days. There's a lot of chaos going on with that right now, and we're going to see that ramp up quite a bit. Just this morning, we got some pretty nasty news in the Middle East, and we're just going to have to keep our eyes and ears on that, just to hopefully make sure that doesn't turn into a tender keg right there. So yeah, a lot of things happening, leaders being deposed, people stepping down from office, possible military conflicts, things of that nature, and economic crises worsening. So next we have Mercury in Libra, which is another Libra sign, since we are in the sign of Libra, or we're in the season of Libra, as we would say. Mercury is in Libra squaring Pluto, which is going to kind of have a bit of an effect on the way we approach relationships. That is then going to move into Mercury in Scorpio. This will all take place between the 12th and 13th of October, and will give us quite a bit of a shift in the way we communicate with others and the way we process information. Next, we have Sun in Chiron, Sun opposite Chiron, I should rather say. That's on the 14th of October. This deals with wounds that we have, had to endure since childhood or since birth. And oftentimes when we have Sun opposite Chiron, it usually gives us a wound that we have to face, or it reopens something that has been a bit of a traumatic kind of, how can I say, a traumatic kind of memory or a traumatic kind of conditioning that we've had that we have to clear out in order to make progress in our lives. So with the opposite, or with the opposition, it's usually pretty strong, kind of in your face, event that takes place. It says here it's going to take place on the 14th of October. So prepare yourself for that. And finally, we have some of the other ones. The full moon in Aries is going to take place on 17th October. So that's going to kind of give us a little bit of that extra push that we need to move forward with plans, strategies, and any other kinds of actions that we want to take within our lives. So that said, we're going to get into you fiery Saggies. Keep in mind, I am a natal chart Sagittarius ascendant. That gives me a bit of, I would say, tactlessness sometimes when I deliver information, but it always works out in the right way. So I'm going to go ahead and concentrate on the cards. It's going to give me the chance to actually get into the energies and just make sure that we get these all sorted out. So give me a minute. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. What's taking place for October 2024? All right. Current energy for Sagittarius. All right, good one. Good one there. What's the challenge? So, what took place in the recent past? Okay. What's taking place in the near future? What about what is in the core of this reading? What is in the core? What about the crown? And what is the penultimate outcome for this reading? What is the penultimate outcome for this reading? All right, good. Signifier. Let's go ahead and pull one of them. Signifier, what's the main energy for this reading? All right, so what we have here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Oftentimes this relates to someone who's a bit emotionally closed off, someone who is not really able to receive messages or actions taken to someone. You know, say for example, you may be waiting for a message to come in that is seemingly a wish fulfillment. Maybe you have been pining for someone in the romantic department, or perhaps waiting for a dream job that you've been applying for the last few months or years. One of the things we can talk about here, the main signifier, the reason why I say that is the Wheel of Fortune, but it's in the reverse. So oftentimes this makes you feel like as if you've been stuck with a lot of things you've been trying to accomplish and achieve, and there seems to be no forward movement. Now, with this, what you're trying to do in this particular month of October, you're trying to get things back on track so that that wheel goes into the upright, and then you can see things moving in the right direction, because stagnation for the Sagittarius usually drives us to madness, and that can be a very bad thing, because when Sagittarians get bored, it's like, you understand what the Joker would be like when he gets bored, so he's got to create chaos, and that can be actually just kicking over the apple cart, whereas some people, like the Taurus, you know, Sagittarius means death of the bull, so it's death of the stability, going out, reaching out and finding new stuff. It's, you know, it's about uprooting stability to find the things and go for the next kind of thing that makes you feel fulfillment, kind of like the Eight of Cups here. Here it is in the reverse though. So what we have here, we have the Empress. You are expanding yourself, you are creating, you are trying to do your best to attract the things into your life that you really want. And the challenge for this is the Judgment and the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So it's almost like for you, one of the main challenges is getting a clear, decisive judgment based on something that you've done in the past. Maybe perhaps the thing that you were attracting was a job, and it will resonate differently from each person. But you were trying to attract a job, and that particular job hasn't quite finished processing yet, and you're kind of getting a little bit impatient as to where that's going to go or take place next. You may have, you know, expressed your emotions to someone, and that person didn't quite reciprocate, or they're taking a bit of time to get back to you on that. And so for you, you're just kind of wondering if you're wasting your time. I'm getting kind of like a Seven of Pentacles energy in this entire reading. But one of the things that we can note is that with this Queen of Swords in the reverse, typically some people will say it's like horrible, sharp communication that's usually really poor or bad. That can also indicate someone whose head's in the clouds. So we take ourselves back to Gulliver's Travels when we talk about the Laputians, who were very, very philosophical, very, very, abstract with their thinking, so much to the point where they were unable to actually do anything. And for many people, when things are not clear, things are not articulated like they would be with the Queen of Swords in the upright, we sometimes have to deal with the waiting game. And I've told this to several of the signs where they talked about, waiting for that fog to lift so that way you can receive a definite answer to something that you've been waiting on for quite some time. And we do currently have Neptune in Pisces, which gives us that kind of foggy, nebulous feeling to a lot of the things that we are facing right now. Very strong hangman energy, which is here in the reverse as well. And then the Eight of Cups in the reverse up here for the crown. We have 3 eights here, and then we have a strength. So this is all about numbers of the self. So we have here in this whole reading, I'm going to just quickly jump to this. We have the hangman. Well, we have the hangman, but we also have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. We have this strength card in the reverse. So there's a lot of 8 energy. This is something where you're trying to transform your inner world, yourself, and your ability to create something that makes you feel a bit more like you can express yourself in the right way and remove obstacles that have been impeding your life. So that's the other thing that the Queen of Swords does. She's the one that gathers information and then cuts things out when it no longer serves her. So she's the one that knows who liars are. She's the one who knows who, people who are trying to con someone out of something. I have very, very strong Queen of Swords energy in my chart, in either chart, whether it's Vedic or natal or adjusted or whatnot, or even whole signs. Queen of Swords for me, I have Pluto, Mars, and what was the other one? Saturn in my house of Libra. So that basically is just kind of like a big sword just getting ready to get wielded and chop someone's head off if it's in the wrong, if it's on the wrong day and the wrong time. But that said, we are trying to look for that clarity. We are trying to do this to kind of move ourselves into the next phase of our life with this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. In the recent past, you had Strength in the reverse, Page of Pentacles. Maybe perhaps you've been studying something new. You've been trying to apply for jobs, apply for new kind of work. And now you're feeling absolutely exhausted by the entire process. And for you, one of the things, being Sagittarius, we do tend to burn ourselves out quite a bit in doing this because we can throw all of our energy into one big thing, and then we realize that we slowly diminish in our strength and our ability. So when strength is in the reverse, what it normally talks about is being tired, being exhausted, not feeling confident enough about things that we enter into, because this comes before the Hermit. So it comes after the Chariot and before the Hermit. So what we're looking at in the process of the Fool's journey, we're seeing that we have left the building. Elvis has left the building, which is the Chariot card. And then after we go through our journey, we are traveling for so long that we have to keep enduring the journey itself. And then finally, we take time to rest, to go inward. And then that's when we move into the Hermit energy, where we put the Chariot down and we're now walking with the lantern of the star, guiding us to the north. Our true north, as we would say. I'll clarify a little bit with that quickly here. What? Okay, so we talk a little bit about this. Strength reverse and Page of Pentacles. Clarify, please. Yep, there it is. the Three of Wands. So again, we were talking about getting processes underway, applying for jobs, studying things, maybe trying to level yourself up. That's maybe why you're in Empress mode at this point, trying to do as many things as you can to attract more opportunities in your world. And unfortunately, in the recent past, it's gotten to the point where it's drained you quite a bit because you're still in the process of waiting. I tend to read algorithmically, where it's like, this is happening because of these reasons. So that's the reason why I use the clarifier cards. So that is the reason why, you're feeling exhausted. Moving into the near future, we do have the Page of Swords. Pages are about communication or learning, again, still. But see, we have the Ace of Cups. I saw that at the bottom of the deck, and now it's come out to the fore, which is excellent, because what this does is it shows that you're moving into a period of your life where it's the communication of something that's going to make you feel really, really good. It's going to fill you up emotionally. It's going to make you feel like you have, your efforts are not in vain, and that you're finally making the progress forward. Because then, after the Page of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords, which is rapid, quick action. And that's what probably this is going to lead to in the near future. So congratulations to you if you found like new work or a new job or things of that nature. I'm going to turn this light around so you can see everything. Yeah. Congratulations if you found like a new job, new work, things that are going to help, pay off in the long run, after you've made this massive investment in yourself. So we'll carry on. Hangman in reverse, that's what's at the core of this. You're tired of being in a place of stagnation. You don't want to be in an environment or in a situation where things are no longer making any forward movement. You've already done the work and received the enlightenment that you want, so you're breaking free from that. And just to clarify, I'll pull a card. Clarify the Hangman spirit. There you go. As I said, Ace of Wands, you're ready to get out. Ace of Wands normally talks about that new start, grasping the opportunity in order to move forward with an adventure that you plan to take. That Ace of Wands is the wand of action. It can sometimes be the wand of sex, but we're not really looking at it in this particular case, unless it relates to you in a situation where you are waiting for someone to let you know that they feel the same feelings for you, which could be the Ace of Cups. So if this is a relationship or romantic reading for the person that I'm speaking to right now, that's where that would resonate. I see this, I'm more of a business person, so I see this more as you have the opportunity you can grasp in order to move forward and get out of that Wheel of Fortune reverse and that stagnant period of the Hangman reverse. So moving right along, we go into the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Clarify that. We have the Two of Cups. So we're looking at something that you don't want to walk away from, or that you're having trouble walking away from because it's something that makes your soul sing. Now, say for example, you had a field of study or a field of work that you were doing. You could be trying to manifest new opportunities in that same field because it's something that you love. It just may be taking you a bit of time for you to find the right opportunity that matches what it is that you truly want to do. If this is a person, you can't really walk away from that person because you love them. So it would indicate someone from the past specifically. If it's a place that you love, it's like you want to manifest an opportunity in that place because you couldn't bear the thought or the idea of moving away from it because it's a place that really resonates with you. In my personal situation as a Sagittarian, I want to manifest something in the place where I'm at now, so that way it's you can continue to enjoy where you're living. Like, I love the Yorkshire Dales. I think it's an incredible place. It's a really good place if you wanted to go like motorbiking or driving around or hiking, things of that nature. It's very good air, fresh air, friendly people, great food. So I love this place. I like it here. Moving into that, what we can see with the final outcome, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Clarify that, please. Spirit. Okay, there we go. And there we have it. That is the beauty of the synchronicity of the tarot, as I always tell people, because this is what is coming in the final outcome. Ten of Cups, clarifying the Eight of Swords in the reverse. The reason why you're no longer feeling in your head stuck in the old cycles that you're trying to break free from is because you have finally manifested your reality. Congratulations, Sagittarius, on that. I really do hope that this plays out and that this is the timeline for you, because I think right now we have the Emperor in the reverse. We have the Emperor in the upright at the bottom of the deck. I think the person that's going to help you with this is the person who's in charge of power and authority within their field, and they're going to give you the kind of push you need to get into the right direction for manifesting your dreams. You're in the Empress, and then at the bottom of the deck we have the Emperor. That is another reason why I love the tarot, because of the synchronicity that takes place within it. So that means you're attracting this Emperor in, this counterpart that's going to help you to materialize this Ten of Cups and get you out of your head, finally get that Wheel of Fortune moving again, so that way you can get on with the next phase of your life. It's not the end of the Fool's journey like the world. It's more like the next phase of your life where you can actually have your big up and comings is on the way. So congratulations to that. Advice for Sagittarius. What is the advice for Sagittarius? These cards are a bit massive here. All right. Let's see. Moonology. Since we're all talking about eclipses and lunar and full moons and stuff, and look at that. Emotions are running high. We have the supermoon. We did have a supermoon on September 17th to 18th last month, or earlier this month rather. And what this did is it kind of pulled us into the energy of Pisces, getting intuitive, feeling those full emotions for the things that we really want, having that catharsis, so that way we can purge our emotions for the next phase coming up. So that was in Pisces. We are now moving into a full moon in Aries on the 17th of October. So between that supermoon period and the next full moon phase, that's when you're going to go from contemplation and meditation to taking full action. So I think that things are coming along the way you need them to. And I do believe that within a moon's time, well, within a few weeks' time, actually, these things will all begin to play out. So this is lovely. And I support this as a Sagittarius ascendant. So I do have my opinions about like different house symbol, house placements and house systems and things like that. There's the Vedic, there's the Placidus, and then there's the whole signs. I am learning more about whole signs. I think it is a bit more helpful to kind of place everything in full signs, full houses, rather than the Placidus system. But that said, beautiful reading, excellent time. This has been Aluminum Tarot. Thank you so much for joining. If you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding that notification bell so that way you don't miss any updates. Feel free to comment below how you hope this plays out for you, or how this pans out for you in the future. If you also want a personal reading with me, one that is in tune with your specific energies and not the energies of the collective, please be sure to give me a notification or write out to me in the information provided in the description box below. That's it for today. Thank you so much. Till next time, love and light. Bye now.